What is going on, guys? Let's see if this live stream has got up and rolling. Don't do a lot of these, so sometimes I'm not even sure if I'm live or not. There we go. What is going on, guys? Let me get this camera adjusted here. There we go. What is going on, Jason? Bravo, man. What's happening? Looks like we got 7 folks in the room in here. So, who is anybody that's in the room right now at Charlotte at Foxtoberfest right now? Show wrapped up today, and it was really disappointing that we couldn't be there this year. Disappointing because I couldn't be at Foxtoberfest, but the good thing that we're waiting on our first granddaughter to be born at any time. She has not arrived yet, but she could be here any minute, literally. Jason, how was the show, man? What ended up being the count at Foxtoberfest this year? Did it break last year's record? What was last year? Was it like 718, 719? Waiting on to Jason to respond here. And guys, I'm not going to be on here real long tonight. We've been out here since I guess uh, probably put in about a 10, 11 hour day out here at the shop, and really trying to get this car wrapped up. We kind of started last night getting it wet sanded and cut and buffed today. So yeah, I want to show you guys that here in just a few minutes. Kind of show you what we've got going on with that. So Jeff, you were there. Yeah, man, I'm sure you guys had a great time. I can't wait to see the videos that'll be coming out from everybody. So Jeff, there was over 800 foxes there. Wow, that's awesome. Man, I was really man. I tell you, I didn't even want to look at posts and stuff because every time I get on Facebook or something that I'd see that I want to see it, but at the same time, I'm like every time I'd see it, I'd miss not being able to be there with everybody this year. So yeah, we've been out here. Gosh, my wife and I, we've been out here in the shop today working, and want to show you guys some of the progress on this 57 we've been building, which is truly been a labor of love. It's been a if any of you have ever truly turned every nut and bolt on a car and taken one all the way down to the frame and built it back up, my first one ever, it is much more of an undertaking than you really think it is, especially on one of these older cars. But I can see the finish line, and I can't wait to get back to working on. I mean, heck, I've got 3 Mustangs sitting right outside. My wife was just telling me today, "Well, your poor Mustang, it's been so neglected," and that's how I feel. I mean, this is a priority for us right now, finishing this car, and I don't have a lot of passion about these cars. Um, like I do a Mustang, but it's definitely been a labor of love. Is the best way I could describe it. Yeah, Jason, man, we were planning on. I mean, Foxtoberfest. We had been planning on being there all year long, and then when we found out that we were going to be grandparents for the first time, and we found out the due date earlier this year, the due date was actually November 1st. Now, if anybody knows about anything about due dates, it's a high possibility that the baby could even come up to 2 weeks early. I think all 3 of my kids were born, I think, about 2 weeks early. So, um, yeah, we just couldn't risk what is Charlotte about 16 hours from here. We just couldn't risk, not, I'm going to be here for my first grandchild. Yes, sir, Jeffrey. It is, man. I am. That's what's first for me. So I don't want to keep you guys real long, but I do want to show you this car. So, uh, man, I'm proud of it. It's been a ton of work, and we've been like I said, we were wet sanding this car today, and last night. Started cutting, buffing, and then I can't wait to show you what my wife's been working on. She's been really heading that up because on these cars, if you don't know anything about these older cars like this, a lot of them were, you think it's chrome, but it's stainless steel, and that stainless steel has to be polished. And if anybody knows anything about polishing stainless steel, it's extremely difficult. Steel. So Jason asks, what's the next meet that I will be going to? Hey, George, what's happening, man? I appreciate you stopping by. George is he is always contributing and a big supporter of the channel and Facebook and all that. So thank you, George. I think I think the picture you sent me's probably had more action than ever on Instagram and Facebook. So. So I want to show you what she's been working on over there if you guys are interested. And I was able to, as I wrapped up today, I said, you know what, I want to go do a live stream real quick, just kind of show you guys what we've been working on. The shop's a mess. I don't even want to look at the shop right now. I got to get my shop back in order. But I want to show you this hood because this is the only thing left. All the car, I've cut it, but I haven't polished it. So I want to show you the hood that has had the first step of polishing. It takes one more step, but you probably won't be able to tell that on film. So let me take you guys over there real quick to show you this hood. Now we're filming right now on the work we're doing on this car. And tomorrow I think we're going to be able to put some of the pretties on it. And that's one thing my wife, she wants to do so bad is, you got all your emblems and your trim. These cars got a ton of that stuff. She cannot wait to get that stuff on there. When I told her, no, babe, I need to wet sand some of this car. I need to cut it and we need to polish it and all that. And she's like, oh, she really thought we was just going to be able to go right to putting emblems and everything on the car, which, I mean, you can, but then you got to cut and buff around them, which will make your job a whole lot harder. But let me go show you what we've done today. All right. Okay. You can see the car here. I haven't washed the blue off of the white walls yet. Now check out this hood. So I still have one more level of polishing on this hood. What do you guys think about that? Just the top. I haven't done anything on the sides as far as actual polishing. That's beautiful. Guys, I cannot wait to get this car done. Get you set back up there. All right, so I can see the comments. So what do you guys think about that? What do you think about that color? I know we're all Mustang guys in here, right? You guys will, this car has been, it's a challenge. And my wife and I, we quickly realized we've had this car, I think, almost 3 years. Didn't work on it a whole lot in the beginning, but we've really been at it hard and heavy this year. What up? Andrew Hanlon in the house. Bro, I was thinking about you guys today so much. You and Dave, I was sitting there thinking, man, I would love to be hanging out with Dave and Andrew today. I missed you guys all week. We will be hooking up again soon. So I think somebody asked earlier, when's it going to be the next event that I attend? I don't even know right now. I don't. I'm trying to think what is next year. It's probably going to be next year, not unless it's some kind of local event that I go to. I really don't know. We don't have anything planned for the rest of the year. Not saying that I won't go to something, but car show season's kind of over for the most part. And then whatever comes around next year, of course, I'll be at Foxtoberfest again. I will be at Foxtoberfest next year. And I'll be at Chocolate Fox next year. I do plan on going to, of course, Ford Takeover. That's, and then I'll also go to Midwest Fox Fest. I do want to go to Ponies in the Smokies next year. That is a plan to go to that, and also I might be able to make it to Holly Ford Fest there in Kentucky. I think that's in Bowling Green. So that's kind of I might not be able to make it all of those, but that's kind of the tentative plan. But for sure, I will be at Chocolate Fox, Ford Takeover, Foxtoberfest next year, and Midwest Fox Fest, which is a smaller show in Omaha, but I've been going to that show for 5 years, and I'm going to continue to go and support that show. So Andrew, I'm sure the show was just, to use Caleb's word, I bet it was epic. I can't wait to see all the film and everything from the show. So guys, I got to show you. You'll be you ain't gonna even believe what it takes to polish stainless steel. I'm going to take you over there and show you kind of what my wife's been working on. And again, and Andrew knows my wife, Angela. He knows her well. And she's an amazing woman. And she has put probably just as much or more work into this car than I have. And there's no way I could have done everything we've done on this car without her. So let me go take you over here and show you what she's been working on all day. And it's pretty dang amazing. Okay, so excuse the mess in the shop. So if you'll see all this over here, guys, this is all trim that goes on this car. Everything that's right here is all stainless steel. None of that's chrome. And all this is original. And most of this stuff, especially stuff like this, that is only for two-door post Bel Airs, it's not even reproduced. There's a lot of this stuff you can buy that's reproduction, but to keep costs down, we are refinishing it or polishing it. So to do that, you would not believe what it takes. So here's been her work area all day. She takes this sander, literally goes from 320, 400, 600, 800, 1,000, then to 2,000. So a lot of work going on there. Then we've got our cutting wheel. That's that yellow one down there. It takes 3 passes both ways. So you do a pull, push, pass, and then 3 passes on each one of these. A push, pull, pass on each one. And then that gets you a piece that looks like this, compared to a piece that looks like this after it's been sanded. As you can see, the amount of time that goes into doing stainless steel refinishing, it's a lot, guys. I'm telling you, we'll probably have, if I was going to guess, just in this, what you see here in this table, we'll probably have 60 hours just in polishing stainless steel. That's crazy, is it not? That's something I didn't even, sometimes you get into projects and you don't even think about stuff like that. I didn't even think about it because, who thought that it would have took as many hours as it would take to refinish stainless steel, and that's not including all the ones that I've had this little miniature hammer dolly, and literally the phone is sitting on the miniature dolly there that holds the trim. God, it's a lot of work, guys. A ton, but it's you get discouraged. You really do. You get discouraged, but then you go, okay, it's time to buckle down. Back to work. Let's get this thing finished. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. I just want to get it done. So make sure I'm catching up with the comments. So I can't believe that. So over 800 cars at Foxtoberfest this year. That's pretty amazing. That is pretty dang cool, man. I can't wait to be there next year. I'm really thinking about, so I've got this 86 out here, and all along I've been wanting to. I've really been wanting. Got something on the camera. Looks like. There we go. Um, all along I've been wanting to take that 86 and just do a really cool build and turn around and sell it. Yep, there's me. And I don't know, man. I think so. I think we'll be able to start it pretty soon. We're waiting on the interior still on this car. I ordered the interior for this car, the interior kit, in March. And you gotta love global supply chain issues. So as soon as that interior comes in, hopefully this car will be completely finished this December with the interior. Hopefully I'll be done with this car. I'll put that all put together as much as I can put it together here by sometime in November, and then it may just sit under a cover till I get the interior in, because they're telling me it could be in anywhere between um, November to January. It was a word from Eckler's, which is classic Chevy. Still waiting on it. It's frustrating, but all I can do is wait. There's nothing I can do. I can be pissed off, or I could just wait and just deal with it. So that 86. So really, what I would like to do is build that 86 and take it to Foxtoberfest next year. And I may still sell the car. I may keep the car. I don't know. But that 86, what I've got planned for it, as far as what design and style, I really wanted to do something that I hadn't really seen. And my plans for that car, I don't think anybody else has done this. So I'm stoked to work on that car. And I'm gonna tell you, you know why I get frustrated? Because I want this car to be done so I can work on my 91 and my 86. And I also got another Mustang out there that I think Andrew knows about, but that's about the only person that really knows about that car. That I've added another one to the stable that is literally sit out here I've owned it for 3 months, and all I've done is move it twice, and it's just sit there. So Jeffrey says all those details that we are doing now will be much appreciated. And then you're right, man. I wouldn't say we've cut any corners on this car, but we also have built this car very much on a budget. This car is totally built on a budget. It's taken two 1957 Chevys to make this one. We had a 4-door car and a 2-door car to make this one. We end up using the frame and the drivetrain and everything out of the 4-door car, and a lot of miscellaneous stuff out of the 4-door car to make this 2-door car. It ended up being just cheaper to buy a donor car, and that car was kind of rusted out. So we've kept a pretty good tally. Now, this doesn't include labor. I'll share with you guys exactly how much money that it has cost to build this car, doing everything ourselves. I think the only thing I paid anybody anything to do is to put the tires on, and I had a screw up on the transmission. Andrew, close your ears if you're still in the house. It's got a Saginaw 3-speed. It's a 3 on the tree. I pulled and those transmissions are super simple. But I pulled the transmission apart, and I got one washer in the wrong spot, putting it back together, which was causing it to bind. So I had to take it to a transmission shop. So other than that, we've done everything ourselves on this car, 100% everything on this car. I think at the end of the day, this car will be a total build cost of about $28,000, and you cannot buy one of these cars that will look like this car does. And we're done spending money. I mean, everything's been spent on it. So it's been over 3 years. We've kept a pretty good tally on it, and we're at 28 grand for this car, and the car will be worth way more than 28 grand at the end of the day. If we end up selling the car, whatever we're going to do with the car, it's probably, I'm going to guess, probably a $35,000-$40,000 car at the end of the day, I think. You know, it all ends up, you know, depending on the person that wants to buy it, if I sell it. But yeah, it's probably worth 35 at least, I would say. So anyway, guys, I just want to jump on here real quick because I guess I kind of had a proud moment just thinking about being out here with my wife all day, working hard all day, and then you kind of start seeing what you've accomplished at the end of the day, and you can really see it. This car, you can see it. You can see the finish line, and then I was also just super proud of my wife of what she's been able to come out here and help do and help us accomplish as a team out here. And so, yeah, I just want to get on here and share that with you guys. And I appreciate everybody stopping by. Hey, before you do leave, I appreciate hitting that thumbs. That does help YouTube know that you guys like watching the content. And also, I've got more videos coming out soon. Also, some more Fox Body videos coming very soon. So, you guys stick around for that. And next year, we'll be loaded with Mustang content. It will be. I'll probably try to go to a 2 video a week schedule. I think I can do that next. We'll have more content than 2 videos a week could do, but we're going to be doing tons of Fox Body content next year, and some other Mustang content that's not Fox Body. So stick around for that. I just know you're not going to see a ton of that till next year. You'll see some this year, but this year will be over before we know it. But next year we'll be here fast, and I can't wait to get going on some of that stuff. Thanks, Jason. Looks like House is a huge supporter, House 5.0 of the channel, and appreciate you coming by. So, guys, I'm going to jet out of here. I'm ready to get in the house and call it a night. I am tired. I've been out here for about almost 12 hours today. So, appreciate you guys stopping by, and I will see you guys on the next one. Later. Here's a view of this for you guys before I take off. Thanks, George. You too.